It is a profound honor to address this historic first biennial summit for a sustainable, inclusive and resilient global economy. I extend my appreciation to the Secretary General, Mr. Antonio Guterres, and to ECOSOC for convening this timely gathering during the high-level week of the General Assembly. We meet at a decisive moment. Our world is still grappling with the lasting consequences of the pandemic, the disruptions in global supply chains, climate-related crises, and new geopolitical tensions. The global economy has shown resilience, but inequalities remain stark, and the financing gap for achieving the SDGs continues to widen. Against this backdrop, Greece believes that this summit must be more than a dialogue. It must become a platform of action, a place where our collective commitments are translated into measurable progress. Greece approaches the discussion with humility, but also with determination. As a member state of the European Union and as a nation with a long tradition of bridging continents and cultures, Greece is committed to strengthening multilateralism that is both effective and inclusive. In this respect, ladies and gentlemen, we see and commit to pursuing three priorities. First, inclusiveness. Economic governance must reflect the perspective of all member states, large and small, developed and developing. Decisions must be transparent, participatory and accountable. Second, financing for sustainable development. We must accelerate efforts to close the financing gap for the SDGs, and this requires innovative partnerships, mobilizing private capital alongside public resources in a blended way, creating stronger risk-sharing mechanisms and ensuring fair access to affordable finance for vulnerable economies. Greece stands ready to contribute to initiatives that enhance debt sustainability and support green and digital transitions. Third, resilience through cooperation. Our economies are interconnected. Shocks do not stop at borders. Building resilience demands coordination across regions and institutions. The summit itself represents a new architecture of dialogue, bringing together the United Nations, international financial institutions, and regional organizations in one shared platform. Excellencies, I noted with great interest this morning's discussion. For example, IMF's comments that we need to put our house in order to solve the problems of today. Greece knows very well what this means, and I think we are a case in point of the success story that putting your house in order can bring. WTO's comments on revising the rules to ensure that international trade works for all, developed and developing. We believe that we should work more closely together to increase international trade and not to decrease it. So, Excellencies, for Greece, economic diplomacy is inseparable from sustainable development. We align our policies with the 2030 Agenda and the Paris Agreement, investing in renewable energy, maritime sustainability, digital infrastructure and innovation ecosystems. At the same time, we advocate for partnerships that extend beyond our borders with the Mediterranean, the Balkans, the Middle East, Africa and beyond. So let us not lose sight of the bigger picture. This summit is not only about governments, it's about trust. Trust among nations, trust between governments and citizens, and trust in our collective ability to deliver a more sustainable and equitable future. Trust that is unfortunately lacking. Greece stands ready to work with all partners here at the United Nations and around the globe to ensure that this biennial summit becomes a cornerstone of a new area of cooperation, inclusiveness and resilience. Thank you.